third time I have started this video. We hit 100 subscribers and I am so excited that I'm a little wordy tonight. I know that doesn't seem like much in the realm of YouTube where there are lots of crochet channels with thousands of viewers, but I've been at this for about 2 months and that feels like a great milestone for me and also a good time to chain things up. So I don't know if you noticed, but a few things look a little different. Namely, the name of my channel. So I have officially switched over from just chronic illness content to chronic illness and crochet, thus the name Emmy, My Hook, and I. That's because I have ME, myalgic encephalomyelitis, and my channel is still going to be about that and how I manage it, but it's going to have a whole lot more yarn and crochet because that's a whole lot more fun to talk about. So anyway, thank you to those of you who subscribe, and if you are just now finding me and you have not subscribed, I would still love to have you. So please hit that button so you don't miss a video. I start posting videos on Saturday and Tuesdays. And without further ado, we're gonna get back into this video because that was a long intro. All right, I have a bunch of finished objects for tonight. So there's that. There's some yarn acquisitions, and there is a work in progress. So let's start with the finished objects first, shall we? Because I have been busy. So I think you heard, if you had watched my last big huge yarn haul video, I showed most all the yarns that were going to be featured in these finished objects. The first one is the Dissent Cowl by Carissa Knits, and it is supposed to sort of kind of look like Ruth Bader Ginsberg's Dissent lace collar that she wears on the Supreme Court. I just loved it and thought it was beautiful and pretty, and it's made out of a silk bamboo blend in the purple yarn, and that is just delicious. It feels so good. And it's also made out of Lion Brand's Unforgettable in the color stained glass. That's what the variegated thing is. And had I not controlled the color on the, see the collared part of this, when I got to this part, the skein was purple and it didn't have a great differentiation. Had I not done that, I could have gotten 2 of these Dissent Cowls out of that one Unforgettable skein because I couldn't decide between purple and turquoise. So I made another one in turquoise and was just like less than a yard short on the original skein when I was doing the end. And you can see the beginning of the other one picked right back up at purple. So in a way, I feel like I should, like, I don't know, buy a lottery ticket tonight, because like, what are the odds that a variegated yarn starts with the same color your last skein turned up on? So this is some lovely front post double crochets and some puff stitches. So that was super fun. I love puff stitches. I know they get a bad rap, but I love them, and I thoroughly enjoyed making this. And we'll probably make another one, I'm not gonna lie. This one and this one I think are both going to be Christmas presents of some sort. So you can bet I'm going to make myself one because this is totally my color. Anyway, those are my 2 finished objects, but wait, there's more. I also talked last video about my pocket shawl, the Sonja hood version. And I officially finished that. And I love the way it turned out. This is also a Christmas present because 'tis the season to make Christmas presents when you are chronically ill and cannot do them at the last minute. I can't tell you how many years I've had to take to learn that. So I was even able, I have these handmade wooden tags that I got from Etsy, which I will try to remember to link that shop in the comments below if I remember. If not, you can ask me for it in the comments and I will make sure I get it posted. So that was super fun. I have to say, I like a project that has a variety but repetition to the stitches. And I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but I got a little bored making all of these double crochets on top of double crochets for like yards and yards and yards and yards and yards of yarn. I could get in the zone of the Dissent collar and know that I was doing crochet chain one, and then even this part had its own kind of rhythm to it. So once I got the idea of what the stitch pattern was, I could sit here and still watch TV, but also not be so bored that I'm like, when is this project going to end? I either need a variegated thread or a variegated amount of stitches to not get bored with a project. So I don't know that I'll be making a pocket shawl again unless I do a different pattern with a little more variety in stitches. But those are my 3 finished objects. And my work in progress, I think you may have heard me talk about him if you catched my yarn haul video about all the yarn that is now in those finished objects. I am attempting to make Mr. Rogers, which is a pattern by Allison Hoffman from Crafty is Cool. And so far we have his head, his shirt, and his pants, and like half a shoe. And I got to this point and realized I don't have any white yarn. So I actually have an order coming from Hobbii, and it is taking longer to get here because if you bought from their clearance sale, you know that they are moving their warehouse, and my stuff apparently didn't get put in the mail before they moved. So now they're trying to unpack it and send it out to me. And they were super great about it and sent me a 10% off coupon for apologizing for the fact that I ordered it a week ago and it hasn't shipped yet, which is awesome because during Corona, like, you just assume things are going to be delayed anyway. So I really appreciated that 10% off coupon. But in that order, I got a lucky mystery bag of acrylic because I actually don't have that much yarn. I try to be really good about buying yarn for a project, which means when you need little small amounts for amigurumi like this, I sometimes don't have the color, particularly if it's a color that I don't like. I just really wouldn't use white that often. I am clumsy. My chronic illness causes my hands not to work so well sometimes, despite crocheting. My grip is not great sometimes. So I spill things, and I also have a 7-year-old daughter. So we don't do white. We don't do white in this family very often, so I have no white. So I'll be working on his arms and his cardigan and his hair while I wait on that mystery bag and pray that there is some white yarn in that mystery bag so that I don't have to buy white yarn for the soles of his feet. Yeah. This is why I come to YouTube to talk to you about yarn, because I wish I had a friend that I could just call up and be like, do you have, I don't know, 3 yards worth of white yarn? Because that's all I need. Because I already had to buy red, because red is not one of my favorite colors. And you can't have Mr. Rogers without his red cardigan. But I mean, the cardigan is that big, so I obviously didn't need a ton of red yarn. And I had to buy the gray for his pants. Because I'm a bold color kind of person, if you can't tell. And speaking of bold, let's move on to our acquisitions. I made an exception for this. I joined, I think it was RoseLikesCrochet. I have joined so many other YouTubers' Facebook groups. I'm pretty sure it was her group that I saw somebody making a virus shawl out of this. This is the color Troll, and I believe it is starting to get discontinued because I could only find it on Amazon and some other random places. And it was like $11 a skein, not for a 3-pack, for a skein of Lion Brand yarn. Fortunately, my local Walmart, I'm hoping, like, I don't even remember this Walmart is around because it is tucked back away from the main road. I think I lived here a year and a half before I realized it was there. So I hope that the reason this was around is because there aren't a ton of people who buy yarn from that Walmart. Although I have to say their selection was sparse. I went really late at night, so there weren't that many people there because COVID. And I had ordered it for pickup and they kept not having it available. So I went and grabbed it myself. And I got the last 3 skeins, one of which was a little tore up. But you know what? When you're desperate, you don't care. The yardage is still there, even if the label was messed up. So I got 3 of these because the gradation in this, gradation was just incredible worked up. And I don't do shawls, so I'm probably gonna do something else with it. That like maybe one of these blankets this is from Hooked on Sunshine. This is the Phoenix blanket, and I actually didn't make it as big as it's supposed to be because it just fits my chair so well that I decided I needed to leave it at that size. Maybe eventually I'll add to it because I have the yarn for it, but it just looked so pretty at that size. So I may make another one of those out of this, as far as 3 skeins will take me. That is one heck of a yarn eater, but it's beautiful. So there we go. We got Troll. And then because I started joining all these crochet Facebook pages, I was on O Day Crochet's Facebook page. And if you found me, chances are you've already found her. But Crystal, I think her last name is Doteman. She's the one who runs that channel, does fantastic tutorials and releases tons of patterns. And she has been going on for, you know, like months about these latte cakes. And she just loves them and how soft they are. And when I saw them in the store, like, honestly, I thought, oh, I mean, they're soft, but I don't know. Then I saw one of her cardigans made up that somebody posted in one of the Facebook groups. And I was like, holy cow, that is beautiful, all made up. I am going to have to do that. And it's going to make excellent Christmas gifts as well. So I found out her pattern, I believe it's 527, which is the women's cardigan. Not the men's one that she just released, although I may do that one too, which is 731, I think, maybe. I'm going to make, I'll link those patterns in the description. This is the Karen latte cake. I got 3 in each colorway that I got. This is Kissy Kissy, and it has some pinks and some grays and some darker grays and a little bit of cream, I believe. And I mean, it is ridiculously soft. I'm not gonna lie, I bought this for myself. I feel so guilty buying yarn for myself and making for myself when it's this close to Christmas and I have so many gifts to finish. But I could not. They were on sale for $7.99 at Michael's. They are normally $9.99. So I had to do a pickup. I mean, God bless Michael's for doing pickup too, because I don't have to get out. Like, I can just send my husband to go do curbside pickup, and yay. So that is Kissy Kissy. The other one I got, which honestly, now that I'm looking at it, it might have, it doesn't look like it on camera, but that kind of beigey color might be a little pinkish, but mostly it's brown and gray and cream. This is coconut cream. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to make one of O Day Crochet's cardigans. It's going to depend on which one looks easy enough. I think the, I really like her men's one, and I can't remember that number. I'll have to put it in the comments below. But because it's a men's cardigan, she starts the sizing at large, and who I'm thinking of making this for Christmas, I would have to size that down pretty significantly. So I'm thinking I might go for the women's one and just see what the sizing is. Or I might just do it super tight with a smaller hook and see if that makes it small enough. It is a 5 bulky weight yarn, and it calls for a 6.5 millimeter hook. I believe her pattern may call straight up for a 6 hook. But you know, the reason it's bulky is because it's furry, not because it's really that thick of a yarn. So I may just go down to like a 4.5 or a 5 and see if that makes it small enough. But we shall see. And my last but not least acquisitions. Again, I did not know that Walmart was there for like the first 1.5 years I lived in this house. Because I mean, the sign is very small and there's a lot on that road and it's tucked back. But I found their peaches and cream stripy yarn. And since I have been binging all the crochet YouTube videos, I think I've already mentioned Rose Likes Crochet in here, but she does a project called Wings, which makes things for domestic violence shelter in the Chicago area, I believe. And my brother and sister-in-law actually live up that way. So I wanted to try their dishcloth cotton at Walmart. It's very, very similar to Lily's. It's not peaches and cream. What do they call those? Sugar and cream, right? Except for it was $1.44 a skein, and their cones of cotton like this are only $8.44 a cone. And I have some cotton coming from Hobbii in that order that I'm still supposed to be getting to make towels for myself, because like I say, I'm in bed, I spill a lot. I, you know, prefer to have cloth towels in the bed with me when I spill, because they just sop up a whole lot more than paper does, not to mention it's better for the environment. So these, I think both, I got this pink color, which is, what color is that? Quiet Dahlia. And I got this blue, purple, teal color, which is called Evening Sea. Ooh. And I'm gonna make as much as I can get out of this and then wait for my cotton to come from Hobbii, because I believe, if I remember what I ordered correctly, I think I got a mystery acrylic bag and a mystery cotton bag. So I couldn't resist at $1.44, especially for something that I'm doing for charity, and it's still quality yarn. But I gotta admit, I'm kind of interested to see what else comes in my Hobbii bag. So that will be a future yarn haul video. I think this will go up on Saturday. I am so glad that you joined me, especially if you made it this far. It really improves my YouTube algorithm things, and as I am trying to grow my channel so I have more friends, please hit that like button. Give me a comment. Tell me what you liked. Do you prefer the purple or the teal cowl? Do you have an opinion on that, or anything else you'd like to share with me in the comments? I'm really truly doing this because I have nobody else to talk about yarn stuff with, so I'm ready to have my own yarn community in here, because I'm, you know, already so active in 4 or 5 other yarn communities. Why not have my own, right? So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.